Hello everyone. This is Tenci again with another Diva transformation. Today we're going to take this charger and we're going to make it into a high-end home decor. So, if you're ready to start, let's begin. These are the things that you're going to need. You're going to need a charger, a mirror, an image of the Diva, a glue gun and some glue sticks, fabric, some bling, some E6000, a brush, some Mod Podge, and some crushed glass. And of course, we can't forget the scissors. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy that you took the time to stay with me for a little while. I hope that you stayed to the end. Just a quick reminder before I begin that my crafting classes have started. So if you were not a part of last week's class, you have missed out. And this week's class, we are going to be working on hats, spring hats, different kinds of hats. And so if you are interested in taking your Diva to the next level where you want to create some really fabulous spring hats, you will be in that class. Now, I will leave the information in the description box. So please check the description box to find out how you can register, as well as you may send me an email letting me know that you are interested in being a part of the class at ihortensia@gmail.com. For those of you who have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. Also turn your notification bell on so that you'll know each time I upload a new video. I am so grateful to you guys for taking the time and viewing my videos, as well as leaving comments and feedback. You do not know how valuable that is to me. So I say thank you, and I hope that you will continue to be a part of my channel and are having fun at trying some of these tutorials. All right, let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do is work on her head wrap. So I am good because I'm not going to use any filler or anything to stuff her wrap. I'm just simply going to work with the head wrap that she has on now, which is this purple and pink head wrap. But I'm just going to work with what I have because I want it to be pretty high on her head. So all I'm going to do is cover the one that she has on. So I'm going to just fold and make sure that you can't see the one that she's wearing. And then I'm going to glue that piece down. And then I'm going to take this. Remember I said it's all about the mapping out before you get started to make sure that you like what you are doing. So basically I want her head wrap to be pretty high on her head. So this will, let me switch it around so that you could see what I'm talking about. Making sure that I cover. So all I do is fold this part. So then I may have to bring this over a little bit so she has like that coverage of everything. And then I'm going to something like that and glue. There you have it. So now I like how the shape of the top piece is, because I do want it to be a little bit high off of her head. So I'm just going to just simply fold, make some folds where I'm going to glue the pieces pretty much. She has to be in front of me so I could see, making sure that, so by the time I glue it down, this is what will be what she looks like. Okay. So again, I have to turn her around to make sure that I'm getting the effect that I want. So this is what the Diva looks like now that I'm finished with her head wrap. Isn't she gorgeous? I just need to work on her outfit now as well as her jewelry. So that's what we're going to work on next, which is her outfit. So I wanted to have the same matching dress to the head wrap that she's wearing. So I'm going to have that green because I just think that green is such a beautiful color. And if you've been with me long enough, you'll know that green is my favorite color. One of them. I have two favorite colors, but green is the first one. Green and orange. Those are my favorite colors. So, sorry guys. So I think I like this kind of dress where it's, if I fold it this way, pretty much have like that, or a blouse that has like the flaring of the sleeves. I think I like that look. So we're going to turn her over and just put the glue in the area. So I'm going to turn her over like so, and then I am going to glue this part to the image. And then I'm going to also do it for the next side as well. Ouch, ouch. Did you see what just happened? Let's see if we'll have the same effect. Yes, we'll have the same effect. So there we have it. So I am going to just glue these sections down to the bottom, just to kind of, so that it stays in place. But this is what she'll look like. I don't even think that she needs straps for this because it's an off the shoulder type blouse. So I'm just going to fold these parts and that should be good enough. And actually I think I want to have her, let's see what a double necklace would look like. With some bling. If you know me, you know that I like some bling. So I'm going to just map it out and see how it looks first before I even think about doing it. So I'm just going to take a piece of this, the bling that I use for jewelry, and I am going to make her a necklace and see how that works. And this one is self-adhesive, so let's see what it looks like. See, if I put her like this, one will be a lot shorter than the first one, but let's see what it will look like. I think that would work. So make it at an angle so that it looks like the rest of her jewelry is on the side. So let's do this. And then let's see how the longer one would be. Like, because we know that during springtime, we go all out for spring. Let's just put it that way. Look at her. This is what she's looking like being placed on the charger. But we are not quite finished yet. So I decided to add the second necklace to her, which is the hanging one. And so she is ready with her outfit and all. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to work on the charger. We want this to be a high-end looking charger. And so I am going to add some crushed glass as well as this bling. Could you see the bling in it? Could you see the bling? So that's what we're going to do. So this is where the Modge Podge comes in. And I want you to see. Let me just bring this down just a little bit so that you could actually see everything that I'm doing. All right. So this is the crushed glass that I was telling you about. I will leave the link in the description box. And then I use some Modge Podge, which is in this little container. And then after we're finished with this part, we are going to be gluing the mirror to the charger. So let's do this part. So I'm going to start with a crush to put the crushed glass on the charger. I need one of these foam brush to be able to put it along the edges of the charger. So I'm putting the Modge Podge and I start by just brushing and making sure that I give a generous amount because I want enough. And please work in sections because you don't want the glue to become dry and then the crushed glass won't adhere to the charger. So work in sections at a time. So this is what I'm doing, just brushing on the Modge Podge. And then I'm going to take the crushed glass or the broken, and I'm going to sprinkle it in the area that I just put the Modge Podge. And that way, we will be able to fill that area up with the crushed glass. And then I'm going to do that for the entire charger. And it's so pretty by the time it's finished. The crushed glass effect is so beautiful by the time it's done. And what I'm doing is just whatever does not adhere to the charger, I'm letting it fall, and that way I could always pick it back up and use it again. So this is what it's looking like. And I'm just going to take some more Modge Podge. And again, I'm going to brush it on to the charger. Do that now. And fill in any little spaces that might be. So I will continue. And here we go. Just making sure again. Filling in spaces that are without the crushed glass. And then just gently tap in so that it'll lay flat. And I'm going to show you what it looks like in just a second. Because I think this is so beautiful, using the crushed glass. It kind of gives that real shiny, blingy kind of effect. And then, of course, when you put the mirror on, that also brings it up to looking like a high-end piece. So this is what it looks like. So we're going to finish. Let me just tap, tap, tap. See how I tap, tap, tap? And all the excess will fall off, and that way I know where I need to put some more Mod Podge or more broken glass. So this is what it looks like. Isn't it beautiful? I think it is. All right, so I'm going to finish this up and then I'll be right back. So I pretty much got the charger finished. I'm just shaking off all the excess. And that's how we do that. And as you could see, this is what it looks like. And so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to apply the mirror. Put the mirror, glue the mirror onto this, and I will be back. So just a little trick. After you have shaken your charger, you want to make sure that you get all these little crushed glass off of the area that you're working on, because it can be a little bit dangerous. You want to be careful as not to get cut by the stuff or stuck or whatever. Especially since I use this white area for more than one video. So just to be safe. So I've used my heat gun to be able to dry this as quickly as I can in essence of time for the video. So this is what it looks like, and I'm getting ready to adhere the mirror onto this surface. So this is I think a 7-inch mirror that I'm using. And so I'm going to just take the backing from off the back. And then I am also, even though you won't be able to see it, I want the mirror to be able to lie flat on the charger. So I'm just taking off these little pieces, pads. And then, of course, I could do this too, which it really wouldn't matter. But I just like to take all of it off. And that way, when we put the mirror down, this is what it would look like. I would take some of the E6000, and basically I'm going to do in the middle of the charger, making sure that I do a generous amount so that it'll be able to stick and it won't be going anywhere in the future. So just making sure that you get. And then I'm going to reinforce this by taking some hot glue now. And I am going to glue around, gluing in the areas, making sure that I put a generous amount so that this would not be going anywhere. Because you don't want when your client gets this that the mirror will be moving. And also, I'm going to see whether or not, which most likely I am going to be using this bling and just put around to give it that high-end look, like so. And before I put the Diva on. So we are going to, and it helps to cover up anything that might be, you might see on the charger. You just want everything to be perfect for when your customer gets this. So give me a sec and I will be back. So here you have the charger and the mirror, what it looks like now that the mirror is adhered to the charger. So now the next thing that we're going to do is just to add this little bling around the area, especially the area where the Diva would not be. And I've already like mapped it out, and I'll show you what I usually do to make sure that I know exactly where the Diva will be, so that it's easier for me when I glue her down to know how much of the bling I would need to um, put around the charger. So here we have, so that I'll be sure that this won't be coming up in the future. Let's put enough hot glue that it will adhere nicely. Even though this has like the adhesive backing to it, I still want to make sure that we won't be going anywhere in the future. It's not a good look if some years down the line that you see your stuff like coming up off of the charger. I'm sure that's not a good look. So I'm just going to start right here and just keep going around. I need to do the next side, which is over here. I'm going to cut this down just a tad so that everything will be nice and even. So I'm just cutting this down just a little bit. I'm going to pause this so that I could cut it down. So now that the Diva is all finished, the only thing that's left to do is to glue her to the charger. And I am going to do that now so that you'll be able to see what she looks like on the charger. But I wanted you to see in terms of mapping out where she will be on the charger, making sure that all the areas, like I would have to move her over just a little bit just to be able to cover that area that doesn't have the bling on it. So this is what, and I may have to cut down her outfit just a bit so that she could rest comfortably on the charger. And we'll be able to see all the details when she is on the stand. All right, let's do this. So the last thing I'm going to do is to glue her to the charger. And this will be the last thing that we'll be doing. So I'm just going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to basically just make sure I have enough glue where the fabric is, so that, and I'll leave this part for the last. So making sure, because this is dried now, the crushed glass is dried, so I could afford to put some glue so that her head wrap won't be going anywhere after it's glued. And then I'll just continue around the sides. Where her head wrap will be, and just glue where her head wrap is, so it won't be going anywhere, and continue to glue. Just cleaning my fingers off a little. And just making sure that I get glue on the entire thing. Then I'm going to just put some of the glue where her outfit is. Making sure in this section there's glue. We don't want her going anywhere. So I'm just gluing her down, making sure that she is on the charger. We don't want to have any issues after she's glued. And so I just continue and going around, making sure that all of the areas are glued, especially where her outfit is. And so the last part I'm going to do is make sure that this area is done. Just apply a little pressure here. And the same thing or space. So I'm just going to put a little hot glue in this area. And making sure that she sticks down. And there's no bubbles, air bubbles. And then I'm going to also do this little area. If you don't get the hot glue, it will get you. Okay, making sure that this area, none of the hot glue is on the mirror. Because it's about neatness. Everything has to be neat. All right, I think that we are ready to clean the area, clean the mirror, and she will be all ready. That's what she looks like. So I'm going to clean her up, and then I will take the last bit of video footage so that you'll see the final touches.